Ayer cuando vi el chiringuito y Florentino prepara un fichaje el fichaje más caro en la historia del Real Madrid. El fichaje más caro, 150 millones. No es de la Premier, no es Olise. Y entonces me quedé dormido con esto y he soñado que era Enzo Fernández.
A Spanish journalist was told a name, one name. He couldn't speak. Not he was surprised, not he was shocked. He literally could not form words. And then he said, on the record, I think this deal gets done at 150 million euros, and it is an unexpected bomb. So Real Madrid, who are you actually coming for? Because the names everyone thought it was? Gone. Eliminated. Ruled out. And what's left is something nobody saw coming. Let's get one thing straight first. Florentino Perez, Real Madrid's president, just won re-election, and his very first move after winning? He's launching a 150 million euro offer on Tuesday. Now, every major outlet in the last 2 weeks had their own theory on who this player is. Haaland, Kane, Olise, some random Premier League name. And Perez himself sat down and said, publicly, not a single one of them is right. Not Haaland, not Kane, not Olise, not any Premier League player, not a defender, not anyone the media has been throwing around for weeks. So everything you've read, reset it, because Perez cleared the board himself. And here's where it gets interesting. A journalist named Sanchez, one of the most connected voices in Spanish football media, came out and said, when I was told the name of the 150 million euro player, I was shocked. I couldn't even speak. That's not a journalist being dramatic for clicks. That's a man who covers transfers for a living. Someone who's seen Neymar move for 222 million euros, Mbappe drama for 3 straight summers. And this name left him speechless. So, what kind of name does that to someone? We're going to answer that. But first, let's talk about the Olise situation, because it's not dead, it's just complicated. Fabrizio Romano confirmed it. Florentino Perez's first plan after the election is to launch a 150 million euro opening bid for Michael Olise on Tuesday. But here's the problem. Bayern Munich's chairman came out and said, if you offer 150 million euros, we'll reject it immediately. Don't waste our time. Bayern won a world record fee. We're talking 220 to 225 million euros, more than the 222 million euros PSG paid Barcelona for Neymar. That's the bar they've set. Now, why would Bayern sell at all? Think about it. They just had Olise for 1 season. The guy is electric, 23 years old, right winger, 3 years left on his contract, and Bayern's project is actually working. They've got company in the dugout, quality across the pitch, Champions League ambitions very much alive. You don't sell your best creative player for any amount of money when you're building something real, unless the player forces it. And that's the key detail. Reports say Mbappe and Tchouaméni, Real Madrid's players, are working behind the scenes, personally convincing Olise to force a move, to push for Real Madrid publicly. Because if Olise demands the transfer, Bayern's position becomes a lot harder to hold. So why does Real Madrid want Olise so badly that they'd pay a world record for him? Here's something most people miss about Real Madrid right now. Their biggest weakness isn't a striker. It's not a left back. It's the final third. Vinicius Jr., brilliant. But his first touch in tight spaces, average. Ball retention in transition, below what you'd expect at this level. Mbappe, same problem. Beautiful player. Loses the ball more than he should in advanced positions. Decision-making under pressure, slow. And Bellingham, brilliant box-to-box. But he's not a playmaker in the final third in the way Real Madrid actually needs. So the team that just won the Champions League has nobody who can consistently play through a press, pick the right pass at pace, and keep the ball in dangerous areas. Olise fixes all of that. Ball sticks to him. Vision. Through balls. Creativity. He doesn't lose possession. He makes possession mean something. That's why Perez is willing to break the world record. But 220 to 225 million euros for one player? That brings us to the 3 scenarios. Case 1. Go all in. Both Olise and Guadal. Pay whatever Bayern want. 220 million euros. Get Olise. And go and get Guadal from Leipzig for 70 to 80 million euros at the same time. Because Guadal is special. Left back, center back, plays both. Ball playing, physical, everything Real Madrid's defense needs for the next 5 to 7 years. Throw in Bernardo Silva on a free. He's available. Mourinho wants him. No transfer fee needed. Total spend? Around 300 million euros for 3 players. Can Perez actually do that? He's already signed Konate. He's already committed to wages for the current squad. Spending 300 million euros in 1 summer. That's bold even by Real Madrid standards. But that's case 1. Maximum aggression. Case 2. Olise only. Don't spread the budget. Go get Olise. 200 to 220 million euros. Done. Sacrifice the Guadal pursuit. Except that defense isn't perfect yet. Pick up Bernardo Silva free of charge. Mourinho wants him badly anyway, and trust the midfield improves naturally. The argument for this: Real Madrid's right wing has had no proper winger for 8 to 10 years. Olise sorts that position for a decade. His age, his quality, his profile. It's worth breaking the record for. I'll be honest, as a Real Madrid fan, this is the move I'd make. Yes, it's expensive, but there is literally one player in the world who fixes Madrid's final third and their lack of a pure right winger at the same time. That player is Olise. Case 3. Walk away from Olise entirely. Build smarter. 220 million euros for one player when Madrid already have Vinicius, Mbappe, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Endrick, Goulier, and Arda on the books? Maybe the smarter play is don't. Instead, take that budget and spread it properly. Guadal, 70 to 80 million euros. Problem solved at the back. Mathys Tel from Bayern, 70 to 80 million euros. Young, explosive, versatile. Reports say Mourinho specifically wants him in his midfield. Bernardo Silva, free. Ball retention, press resistance, experience in the biggest games. Mourinho's already asked for him personally. And Sorloth from Atletico Madrid? 35 million euros. A proper target striker who accepts a bench role, aerial ability, box presence. Real Madrid's attack has nobody who can hold the ball up and win headers. Sorloth gives you that option off the bench. Total, around 200 million euros. 4 players, every weakness covered, defense sorted, midfield upgraded, striker depth added, Bernardo Silva for free. 200 million euros, 4 players, versus 220 million euros for 1 player. That is the real debate. Real quick, Bernardo Silva deserves its own mention because people keep sleeping on this. His agent went to Real Madrid months ago. Madrid's board said no, 31 years old, not interested. Then Mourinho arrived, and Mourinho said, I want Bernardo Silva. And suddenly, Madrid are interested again. Barcelona had him virtually done, almost signed. He pumped the brakes, said he wants to wait until after the World Cup to decide. Here's the reality. 31 years old, 3 solid years left at the top level, minimum. Ball playing, press resistant. You cannot get the ball off him. Exactly what Cruz used to give you. Experience in big Champions League moments. Build up quality that Madrid desperately lack. And he's free. When your new manager personally requests a player, and that player is free, and that player fills a clear gap, there's nothing to debate. You sign him. Okay, so we've talked about Olise. We've talked about the 3 cases. But the journalist Sanchez didn't say it's Olise. He said it's not Olise. He said the real 150 million euro target, the one that left him speechless, is someone else entirely. Not Haaland, not Kane, not Olise, not a Premier League player, not a defender. So who is left? I've gone through every single name that makes logical sense at that price tag. Players who'd give Perez Ronaldo vibes. Players who'd be compared to the Zidane signing, the Kaká signing. A name that makes the whole world stop scrolling. And when you eliminate everyone that Perez himself ruled out, there's only one name that fits. Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez. World Cup final clips. 2 goals. Argentine celebration. Now, I'm not saying I love this move at 150 million euros. Honestly, 100 million euros, fine. 150 million euros feels too much for his profile at Real Madrid specifically, because the position Mbappe plays, that second striker role cutting inside, Alvarez would slot right there. But that role needs a box presence, needs aerial threat, needs someone Mbappe can bounce off, and Alvarez isn't that player. But he's not a Premier League player, he's not a defender, he's not Olise, he's not Haaland or Kane. He's a World Cup winner. 2 Champions League appearances with City, the kind of name that turns heads globally. And at 150 million euros? The journalist said the deal gets done at that number, which means whoever this player is, their club is willing to sell, which means it might not even be Alvarez. Because listen, even I'm not sure. And I don't think anyone outside Perez's inner circle is sure either. So that's where I need you. Drop your guess in the comments right now. If it's not Alvarez, who is it? What player? At 150 million euros from outside the Premier League, not a defender, not Olise, not Haaland, not Kane, makes a journalist lose the ability to speak? 3 cases, 1 mystery name, and a transfer window that could genuinely reshape Spanish football. Case 1. Spend 300 million euros. Get Olise and Guadal and Bernardo. Case 2. Break the world record for Olise. Fix the right wing for a decade. Case 3. Walk away from Olise. Build smarter. 4 players. 200 million euros. Tell me in the comments, which case are you going with? And that mystery 150 million euro player? I just covered what Real Madrid's attack actually looks like without a proper right winger, and why whoever walks through that door this summer changes everything.